In the heart of Freddy Fazbear's pizzeria, a security guard nervously unscrewing the vent with his bare hands. His fear spiked when he heard heavy pounding on the blocked door. Finally, he managed to open the vents and crawled inside. Upon emerging in the room, suddenly, he's overpowered. Upon awakening, he finds himself bound to a chair, a menacing bear-shaped mask adorned with sharp gears and springs slowly descending onto his face, eliciting screams that pierce the air. Meanwhile, meet Mike, a mall security guard, calmly waiting in a lunch line. His routine day takes a dramatic turn when he sees a man grabbing a little boy nearby. Driven by instinct and believing the man might be a kidnapper, Mike pursues the man, unleashing a torrent of aggression when he catches him. To his horror, it was only when a colleague pulled him away that Mike realized the man was, in fact, the boy's father. Mike's impulsive actions cost him his job, leading him down an unexpected path. Following this incident, Mike sought guidance from a career counselor named Steve Raglan. Unfortunately, his history of being let go from jobs due to reasons like insubordination didn't work in his favor, and Steve initially rejected his request for help. However, something about Mike's full name seemed to trigger a change of heart in Steve. He extended an offer for a night guard position at an abandoned diner called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Mike hesitated, explaining his inability to work nights due to his responsibility for his younger sister, Abby. Nevertheless, Steve handed Mike his business card, keeping the possibility open in case Mike had a change of heart. Returning home, Mike is met with the harsh reality of an eviction notice plastered on his apartment door. Inside, he greets Max, the babysitter, before turning his attention to his younger sister, Abby, who is engrossed in her drawings. After ensuring Abby was fine, Mike retired to his own room to sleep. In his dreams, a haunting memory replays. The serene backdrop of a camping trip with his parents and younger brother, Garrett. Suddenly, tranquility shatters as Mike loses sight of Garrett, only to find him moments before being abducted and driven away in a stranger's car. The next day, Mike met with Dr. Lillian and his conniving Aunt Jane, who harbored sinister plans to gain custody of Abby, solely for the sake of exploiting child support benefits. After Jane departed, Dr. Lillian reassured Mike that Abby would be better off with him and advised him to secure a new job swiftly to prevent Abby from being taken away. Heeding Dr. Lillian's counsel, Mike made the crucial decision to call Steve Raglan and accept the job offer he had initially declined. On his first night of work, Mike drifted into sleep, once again haunted by the memory of his brother's disappearance. In this dream, he turned to find 5 children standing eerily still, their eyes fixed on him. Desperate for answers, Mike asked if they had seen the man who took his brother, but the children remained silent. Suddenly, they sprinted away, prompting Mike to give chase. However, he stumbled, and in an instant, his dream ended. The next day, Jane conferred with Max and her brother, Jeff. Max had been spying on Mike, hoping to uncover something incriminating that Jane could use to take Abby away. Despite her efforts, Max found nothing useful. Frustrated, Jeff suggested sabotaging Mike's workplace to force him out of his job. On Mike's second night of work, he found himself once again in the grip of a haunting dream. This time, he was in pursuit of another child, but the child retaliated, slashing his arm with a hook. Staring back at the child, Mike was horrified to see black liquid streaming from the child's eyes. He woke abruptly to the flickering lights, immediately heading to the power generator, oblivious to the strange writings on the mirror and Foxy, one of the animatronic mascots, standing near the open door. After fixing the electrical issue, he received an unexpected visitor in the form of Vanessa Shelley, a female cop who had been occasionally dropping by the Freddy's. Vanessa noticed the cut on Mike's arm and assisted him in patching up the wound. During their conversation, she revealed that security positions at Freddy's never lasted long due to both the low pay and the disturbing history of children going missing at the diner in the 1980s, which eventually led to its closure. After Mike's shift, Jeff and his friends, Carl and Hank, sneaked into the place and wreaked havoc, vandalizing everything in sight. Carl ended up in the kitchen where he met a gruesome fate at the hands of the animatronic mascots, Chica and Mr. Cupcake. Witnessing the horror, Hank fled, seeking refuge in a storage room where he met a similar fate at the hands of Bonnie. Jeff, monitoring the chaos through the CCTV camera, ventured to see what was happening and attempted to escape. His fate was sealed when he encountered Bonnie. Cornered by Foxy and Mr. Cupcake, there was no way out. Meanwhile, Max had been waiting outside and grew concerned. Deciding to search for Jeff and his friends inside the Freddy's, she encountered a child and followed him into the room where the mascots were created. Curiosity piqued, Max approached the mascot Freddy when suddenly, a hand shot out from Freddy's mouth, pulling her in and tragically ending her life. Next day, Vanessa arrived at Mike's house, bearing news of a break-in at Freddy's and presenting him with the sleeping pills she found in the control room. Mike confessed to Vanessa that he had been taking the pills deliberately, hoping they would help him continue dreaming about his brother Garrett's abduction. His burning desire was to unearth the face of the man responsible. On his third night of work, Mike had no choice but to bring Abby to Freddy's with him, as he couldn't reach Max for babysitting. Abby kept herself occupied, setting up a makeshift fort while Mike diligently performed his job. After finishing his cleaning duties, Mike took a sleeping pill, hoping it would lead him to more answers in his dreams. In his dream, he found the boy he had seen before and asked him desperately for any information, promising to fulfill his wishes in return. Just as Mike looked away for a moment, he heard a scream. When he turned back, the boy had vanished, leaving behind a drawing of a rabbit on the ground. Mike woke up suddenly and realized Abby was no longer in the fort. Panic gripped him when he heard her screams, rushing to find her. To his astonishment, he discovered Abby playing with the animatronic mascots. Despite his initial fear, Mike observed that the mascots moved on their own, but didn't provoke them in any way. Before they left, Abby handed her drawing of a heart to Bonnie and hugged Freddy, leaving Mike both spooked and puzzled by the strange encounter. Back home, Mike noticed Abby's drawings and realized they depicted children who bore striking resemblances to the mascots. Among the drawings was one illustrating the moment Garrett was taken. When Mike inquired about it, Abby revealed that the boy from her dreams had shared the story with her. Curious, Mike asked about the driver, and Abby mentioned the only detail the boy had disclosed: a yellow rabbit. On his fourth night of work, Mike brought Abby along again. Upon arrival, they noticed Vanessa's police car. Vanessa informed Mike that she already knew a group of children had possessed the mascots. Following Abby's suggestion, they constructed a large fort with the animatronics lending a hand. Leaving Abby in the company of the mascots, Mike and Vanessa went to find a roof for their creation. During this time, Mike questioned Vanessa about the diner. However, instead of providing answers, Vanessa asked him why he brought Abby back, considering he knew the mascots were alive. Mike explained that he believed the children within the mascots held the key to finding Garrett. When he was at Freddy's, his dreams felt exceptionally vivid, making him believe he could alter the fate of what happened to his brother. While they were talking, Vanessa noticed Abby approaching Bonnie on the stage and tried to stop her from touching Bonnie's guitar, but it was too late. The guitar suddenly exploded, knocking Abby unconscious. Once Abby regained consciousness, Vanessa issued a stern warning to Mike, threatening him to never bring Abby back to the Freddy's again, or she would resort to extreme measures. The following day, Mike arranged for Jane to babysit Abby while he went to work. That night, his dreams took a different turn. In this dream, he saw his family reunited with Garrett. The mysterious boy informed Mike that he could experience this happy moment every night, as long as he handed over Abby to them. Lost in the moment, Mike initially agreed, but upon touching Garrett's face, he realized his error and tried to retract his consent. However, the children suddenly rushed at him, attacking him relentlessly. Mike woke up, finding himself strapped to a chair, the ominous killer Freddy mask descending towards him. Managing to free himself, he retreated, only to discover Max's lifeless head and the bodies of the others. Desperate to escape, he heard a haunting humming from behind and screamed in terror. He lost consciousness, and when he woke up, he found himself in a police outpost, saved by Vanessa, who had discovered him badly injured in the Freddy's place. Mike discovered that the souls of the children were not the only things trapped within the animatronics. Their lifeless bodies were also confined there. These children had met a tragic end at the hands of a man who, in their spectral form, couldn't recall the circumstances of their demise. Vanessa shared a picture with Mike, depicting a yellow rabbit and a little girl. She revealed that the man behind it all was William Atone, who also happened to be her father. Meanwhile, Freddy made his way to Mike's house, seeking to take Abby. Tragically, he killed Jane in his pursuit to reach her, and Abby, trusting Freddy, willingly went with him. Fueled by realization and fear for Abby's safety, Mike implores Vanessa for help. Tearfully, she admits her inability to intervene directly, but provides vital information on a secret entrance in Freddy's. Stealthily infiltrating Freddy's, Mike witnesses the horrifying scene unfolding before him. Chica, the animatronic, drags Abby into a secluded back room. Thinking quickly, Mike poured water on the stage and used his taser on the wet surface, causing the two mascots to malfunction. He pursued Chica and Abby, tasing Chica to neutralize her. After Mike and Abby made a run for it, Mr. Cupcake managed to snag Mike's leg. While Mike valiantly battled Mr. Cupcake, Abby found herself pursued by Foxy. She managed to find refuge under the ball pool, narrowly escaping Foxy's grasp. Fortunately, Vanessa stepped in and electrified Foxy, incapacitating him temporarily. Meanwhile, Mike successfully electrified Mr. Cupcake. However, he was confronted by the menacing yellow rabbit. Despite his efforts, Mike was overpowered and knocked to the ground. The rabbit, armed with a knife, advanced towards Mike with lethal intent. Just as the fatal blow seemed imminent, Vanessa intervened, bravely stopping the rabbit from carrying out his deadly plan, potentially saving Mike's life. The yellow rabbit removed his mask, revealing himself as Steve Raglan, who was, in reality, William Atone all along. Awakened to the situation, Mike guided Abby to draw the truth about the children's fate, hoping it would expose the real villain. Following Mike's instructions, Abby created a drawing that depicted the yellow rabbit, William Atone, killing the children, a horrifying realization for the ghostly victims. While Mike went in a hurry to the control room, Vanessa courageously fought to protect Abby. She paid a heavy price for her selflessness. She was stabbed by her crazed father, who had become blinded by his own malevolence. As Abby finished her drawing, a concentrated beam of light revealed the harsh reality on the paper. In that poignant moment, the ghost children grasped the horrifying truth. The drawings depicted their own tragic fate at the hands of the yellow rabbit, William Atone. Witnessing this, the animatronics turn on William, attacking him in a chaotic frenzy. In the struggle, the spring lock mechanism is triggered, gruesomely impaling William. As he writhes in agony, he defiantly cries out to Mike, declaring that he will return, a chilling promise that he always comes back. The animatronics, now free from William's influence, drag him away to the ominous back rooms. Mike and Abby, emerging from the nightmare, rescue the wounded Vanessa from Freddy's clutches, their ordeal marked by an eerie victory over the malevolence that once plagued the Freddy Fazbear's place. In the quiet aftermath, Mike and Abby find strength in their shared experiences. Together, they visited Vanessa in the hospital. She still remained unconscious, a tragic consequence of her malevolent father's actions. Back at home, Abby, ever empathetic, laments the fate of the ghost children now left truly alone, their malevolent creator vanquished. With a glimmer of innocence in her eyes, she voices her desire to revisit Freddy's, a place filled with both fear and fascination. Mike, considering the haunting history, gently assures her that perhaps, in the uncertainty of the future, they might explore those haunted halls once more. Meanwhile, within the silent confines of Freddy's, Freddy bears witness to the dying moments of William, the source of so much terror. As William's life fades away, Freddy stands vigilant, observing the final chapter of the malevolent tale. In a metaphorical act of closure, The door to William's dark legacy is shut, leaving him trapped in his own malevolence. In a post-credit scene, the unsuspecting taxi driver is startled by a sound. Someone or something enters his car, and to his horror, he discovers the Balloon Boy statue seated there. A sinister reminder that the horrors of Freddy's are far from forgotten, lurking in the most unexpected places. I hope you enjoyed the movie recap. If you found it entertaining, consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing for more content.